Good morning. I thought I'd just sit on the couch on this beautiful Saturday morning. Now, this one could be quite raw. I just thought I'd point it out right now. Whenever I do masterclasses like this, whenever I do coaching, like I'm not trying to get anything from you, I'm trying to give you something. I think you all know that anyway. And what happens in this process is that I get, I mean, it's just totally amazing. I'm realizing now I maybe should have had a tissue for this one. And I feel everything. Oh, I feel everything that comes through in your calls to me and in the energy that's around where I can feel your energy because you know what? It's actually my energy. And one of the things that I woke up, so I'm always getting, I call them downloads in the middle of the night. It's just information just keeps coming through and I write them on my phone. And here's something now that really dawned on me. You feel hurt when you forget who you are because you're for the getting. Do you hear that? You feel hurt where you are when you forget who you are because you are for the getting. And that's what hurts because you're trying to get. You feel love when you forgive because you are for the giving. So you may want to stop and play that again, but I will say it again. You feel hurt when you forget who you are because you are for the getting. It does hurt, doesn't it? I want this, I want that, I want the other. And you see, that's how we draw you in, first of all, because we know that it's just bait, the outside world. You feel love when you forgive because you are for the giving. So that then set off a whole load of emotions in me. And I realized that how we try to fix everything on the outside. So you fix whenever you start a business, you fix your branding, you fix your clothes, you fix your teeth, you fix your makeup, you fix in your life, then you fix your house, you fix yourself with a holiday, you fix yourself with a drink, you fix yourself with a cigarette, you fix yourself with sex, you fix yourself with Netflix. It's just a continuous trying to fill yourself up and feel good from the outside in. And the whole work is the inside out. If we can fill ourselves up from the inside. So even some people say, like, to begin with, we use music to feel ourselves to feel good. But I tell my clients, no, 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 I want you to then learn to do this from the inside without anything on the outside. Can you imagine Viktor Frankl when he was in this is a book, Man's Search for Meaning, when he was in his the concentration camp for 10 years? I mean, he had nothing on the outside to look at, nothing. But he realized that you could take everything, but not his mind. Take everything, but not his mind. The inner work, the inner state is creating everything. My inner state today is it's absolutely full of love for everybody that I've come in contact this week. We had 500 people registered. And you all registered because there was something missing in your life that you came to see. Now, some of you went, oh, what's this all about? And ran away again. See, every time what happens is you ask for something, the door opens, you step in. And when you step in, then another door will open. So then you step in again. And then, so those people who have literally just go from one thing to the next, you're not going on the same path. You're going from this path to this path to this path. But for those people who booked calls, you went forward and forward. Keep going forward in that path. I want to read you something of mine. And this is raw and honest. And the reason I read it is because it's not just me. It's not just me. You see, that's what you think. You think all those problems in your head, nobody's been through what I've been through. It's not just you. Everybody is feeling this at some degree and level. Now, some of you are feeling it more because you're allowing them to come up, and others have stuffed it down so deep. And every time I've come up a layer, I've gone, that's what everybody is doing. Now I've come up another layer. And I thought I'd let this go before, but this is a huge one. These are my personal thoughts that I'm sharing with you right now. So I realized I was trying to prove me and what I was doing and all this work to my friends, to my family, and even to me, even to Bob Proctor, even to God. But what is proving it? That you notice that it's not there. Do you have to prove that you're breathing? I realized I was trying to prove myself to my mum all my life. I just kept it going on inside me. See, I could never please my mum, but it was only because she was never pleased. There's nothing to do with me. That was a knock-on effect from her dad, and probably a knock-on effect from his dad. And everybody just wanted everybody to grow up and be good, whatever way they could do it. I just kept on trying to prove. Prove what? And this morning I let you go now, Mum. I let it go for you and everyone. I forgive you. I heard 10 years ago that if I rectified the relationship with my mum, that my whole world would change. Wow. Even as she's passed away, she's helping me. I guess then I wanted... I know you're all feeling this. I want you to stop and go, where's this happening in your life too? I guess then I wanted my children to prove to me that they were good. I guess I wanted my clients to prove to me that they were worth the effort. I wanted my team to prove to me that they had worked. I wanted proof from everyone and everything that it was worth my time. Oh my God. It wasn't them. It was still me. This was me doing it to me. I let it all go. I forgive you. I feel your pain. I feel the pain in every cell of my body. And I let it go for you as well. I don't need proof anymore that I am worth it. I don't need proof anymore that you're worth it. I want you to hear these words. I am actually worth it. I don't need an affirmation to tell me that I am worth it. Here's another amazing thing. You see, I know that if I'm feeling like this, you see, I hadn't realized the inner state, because we fix everything on the outside. And yet that's only 2%. In fact, everything we see on the outside is 0.0001%. 99.999% we can't see. We've shown that. That's just scientific. You think this is it. It's not it. It's in the unseen that is it. And so when we concentrate everything on what we're seeing and using our senses of what we see rather than in being in the presence, which is the presence, the present moment, which is present, we've lost the point. So here's where I went. So if I was thinking this, and everybody who knows me knows that this positive Sheena didn't realize that she was breaking up inside. Not so much now. I mean, I'm literally becoming aware of all the things that I held on to. And so this week then, I know it was, I put my whole heart into this, that because I know the work that it takes to get out. You've all got coats on top of your light that is just amazing. You got so many coats on top of it. But I want to help you peel off it layer by layer. And when you see your brightness, it is overwhelming, because you go, I was like this all the time. And I'm only scratching the surface. And Bob at 87 says he's only scratching the surface. And if this fills me with tears, wow. So here's where my inner thoughts were. I even thought I had to prove myself to God. At one point, I even thought, see, I'm not even good enough for God. I mean, I've done all this work. Look at me. I'm brilliant. I've got my qualifications. I work really hard. And look at my results at the time. I did that to myself for 18 months. I mean, I was obviously doing it to myself before, but I became aware of it for 18 months. You see, this journey, you go on unconscious incompetence. So you don't know what you don't know. So you're in a prison and you don't know you're in one. But you feel crap. There's things that's happening. I mean, you think you're okay, but if you need drink, if you need anything on the outside world, there's something going on inside you if you're trying to fill that space with a relationship or whatever it is that you want to fill it with. I mean, I now know that for 30 years, me having a glass of wine every night was just me. I would just dumb down the feelings. I didn't want to feel disappointed. I didn't want to feel whatever. I would just have a glass of wine. But all gone then, isn't it? It's all gone. All gone when you have a glass of wine. So here we go from unconscious incompetence. And this week would hopefully to bring you into conscious incompetence. So now you know what you're crap at. But the idea is not to stay there. You see, this is where thinking into results will bring you into the conscious competence. And we teach you to do this work here that eventually will flip over into unconscious competence so that you just be. And there's lots of stuff that has moved up there for me, but there's stuff here, to be honest, I didn't see. But now what happens when I see it, I know now to move it quickly up. Because I know when I bounce up here and do the work here that it will flip over. And that's the process that we take you through to help you stop staying in the beating yourself up bit. Oh my God, look at this. So many things I kept myself there for. So to even say to myself, look, I'm not even good enough for God, was the fact that I was completely bypassing the 98% that gets results, because it's thoughts, feelings, actions. I was doing thought, action, and bypassing feelings completely. Overriding everything. Such a strong character, Sheena Kantar. Like all of you out there, you bypass that feeling. You don't want to see this. You don't want to go crying. I have cried tears for everybody upstairs this morning, let me tell you. I felt everything come through. I felt everybody's pain. It started as mine, and then I realized it was this forgiving. Instead of being forgetting, the forgiving was like the letting go. It wasn't because I felt sorry. It was because let everybody be able to release this. And I have got this amazing material that will help you release so much that your business, your family, everything starts coming. But you're the nucleus. You're the nucleus that everything revolves around. So if your nucleus is shit, then the outside will be shit. Come inside. Book that call. Look at here what I've written. I've just gone, see, I'm not even good enough for God, because after all, look at my results. I was blah, 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 blah. And I just went, yes, Sheena. Look at my results. You have everything you ever wanted. You are loved. No proof needed. No change needed. Just a recognition. Can you recognize your greatness today? You're amazing. There's no proof needed. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You're amazing. You're worth it because you're you. And what I put up there, it says, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It's not to do that I think that you've done anything. It's because you haven't forgiven yourself. Forgive yourself. And for anybody who thinks that they don't need to be forgiven, forgive yourself anyway. Feel it. That forgiving is giving yourself love. It's not because you've done anything wrong. Go on, just try it. Say these words up here. It's Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being here all week. Thank you for investigating yourself. Thank you for going on that journey that you've been on this week. It has been an absolute true privilege. And if you want to clear yourself out, then book a call. We think it's about results. We think it's about money. What do you want it all for? To fill something in here that you think is missing. That I'll just be secure when. I will just feel loved when. I will be happy when. This now creates the next now. But I understand there's a lot of stuff on top that you cannot see because you're in the unconscious incompetent. You're in a prison. This work wakes you up. And it's not nice to see the prison you were in. It feels painful. That's why when anybody does this material and they don't keep doing it, oh my God, it feels even more painful. Because you've been on the other side. And then there's a Facebook user, I don't know who you are exactly. When you study this material, you cannot go back. It will open your mind, it will wake you up. And it keeps wakening you up as you go along. You cannot go back. It feels even more painful. My clients understand it. I understand it. There's people out there who've studied thinking into results who don't have results and they feel their life is worse because you can't go back. You can't go back once you've seen what is possible, when you've seen possibility and then you focus on problems. Whoa, painful, painful, painful. When you study thinking into results, you study it for life. Doesn't matter whether you're 50, 60, 70, you study it till you're 90, 100. You don't want to stop studying this stuff because to stop is to feel pain. But if you keep going in the direction that I'm taking you in, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And your tears become tears of release. Release. letting go rather than tears of "Ugh," anxiety. They are tears of release. They are tears of pure joy. Even in the midst of the tears I've had this morning, I felt like I had it for everybody that's been here this week. So remember today, just say these words to yourself. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Who's coming with me on a journey? Who's going to, we've already got people who've made the decision. Are you the next? You can book a call, it's up there. Come with me and I'll show you how bright you are. Have a blessed day.